So Blizzard put out a new blog today stating that they are redesigning some of the first-time user experience, but is it something that's going to cause new players to stick around, or are they just going to leave in frustration? Hey, I'm LittleBobby here with 59 Gaming Direct, and today we're talking about Overwatch 2 and the changes for brand new players of the franchise to how they're going to be able to play all of the 30 plus heroes that are available in the game. But before that, just make sure that you hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to stay up to date with all the news, reviews, and information that we drop here on 59 Gaming Direct. And make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. It helps us out a ton. And make sure to leave a comment below letting us know what you think about these changes that Blizzard is making. All right, so Blizzard is changing up how new players to the Overwatch franchise are going to be able to access the characters available for them when they're playing the game. In the blog post dated September 27, 2022, Blizzard states, "We want FTUE, or first time user experience, to welcome players more gradually to Overwatch 2, as we've seen consistent feedback from new players feeling overwhelmed by numerous game modes and heroes. New players begin with access to a limited set of game modes, heroes, and some other restrictions to onboard them more gradually." So what are they saying here? They're saying that if you're a new player to the Overwatch franchise, what's going to happen is you're going to have maybe 5 heroes to start with, and you can pick out probably a tank, 2 damage, and 2 support. And then you're going to have to play matches with them. They go on to state that you're going to have to unlock all of the original Overwatch heroes over the course of approximately 100 matches. They go on to say that this focused experience eases new players into the world of Overwatch by teaching them about different modes, rules, and other high-level aspects of the game in an approachable way. However, I feel like this is something that's going to be bad in the long run for Overwatch 2. Playing 100 games of quick play in Overwatch 2 is going to be a mind-numbing slog for most of the people who are joining Overwatch 2 as a new player. If you're a brand new player, you want to be able to freely test out what the game has to offer, and cutting off a large part of the character roster is going to really alienate a lot of new players. A big part of Overwatch is playing a character that you identify with. It could be that you really like Mei and her ice ability, or just her look. It could be that you enjoy sniping, so you use Widowmaker. But if those characters are locked away because Blizzard feels their skill sets are too advanced for brand new players, then they might not want to be encouraged to have to grind through 50, 60 games just to get to that character they specifically want to try out and play. Another part of this is that we're going to have new characters for returning players, players who played Overwatch 1 already. Those characters, unless you pay for a season pass, I believe, are going to be locked behind progression. So if you're rocking the free version of the season pass, which a lot of people might considering it's a free-to-play game, you're going to have to grind out an unknown number of matches to try out those new characters that you might be itching for because you've been playing with the same set of characters for a few years now. They haven't added new characters in Overwatch in quite a while, and the game is 6 years old at this point. And adding a steep barrier to entry on these brand new characters for returning players is going to alienate a lot of them if they're not up to date, or look and see, oh, I have to pay to play with these new characters when you said it was a free-to-play game. I see that causing a lot of people to check out just immediately because they don't want to have to be nickel and dimed just to play with a brand new character that was promised with the release of the game. Now, there are some positives to this, and we're going to get into those because these are the pros for this system as Blizzard discusses it. We've already talked about how they say that different modes, rules, and other high-level aspects of the game are going to be more approachable to new players. However, this also prevents disruptive players and cheaters specifically, because if you have to play 100 games to unlock all characters, it's going to be much more of a task for you if you decide, hey, I'm going to go into Overwatch and troll today, right? We know we've all run into those players who absolutely throw on their teams, and not just players like me who are generally bad at the game, but people who are trying to be disruptive, who are trying to sabotage their team just for a laugh. That happens with every big game at some point. And those with cheats especially are going to have to play 100 matches to unlock all characters before they can just start cheating with whatever character they want. Another change that Blizzard is making is that you're going to have to win 50 games of quick play if you're a new player before you can play competitive. And again, this is to disrupt those disruptive players and those cheaters. Overwatch for a long time has had a smurfing problem, and if you don't know what smurfing is, it means that a high-skilled player goes and creates a new account to take advantage of the skill-based matchmaking present in Overwatch and make sure that they can get high kill games really easily. They may say, oh, I just don't want to have to sweat all the time, so I'll hop in so I can play on characters that I'm bad on. But realistically, a lot of these players just want to be able to go in there, get a bunch of kills, and then they'll make a new account so they can do that over and over and over without ever having to face any real competition. Now, this goes all the way to pro level players, because one of the biggest content styles for Overwatch for a long time has been those bronze to grandmaster streams and YouTube videos, where pro players, people who play in tournaments, will create a brand new account just so they can do a bronze to grandmaster run in a single day. And they'll do it in like 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, however long it takes them. But this will hopefully discourage that behavior as well, because if you have these pro players, these streamers who have to, every time they want to make one of these videos, oh, bronze to grandmaster season 17, what have you, they'll have to make a brand new account, unlock all the characters, and then get the 50 wins to play competitive in the first place. And if their main character happens to be locked behind the 90 or 100 win requirement, then they're going to have to grind all the way up to that before they can even do that stream. And I think that personally is a good change. However, again, it does kind of come at the expense of those new players to the franchise who are going to feel like they're not being able to really experience the game. One game that's done this recently is Fall Guys, and I kind of fell off Fall Guys again because they have so many cool new courses that I get to see a lot of streamers and YouTube videos on, and I never got to play them, and I wondered why. Apparently it has to do with how many wins you have and how many games you've played before they start unlocking more and more courses for you. Whereas I would see these cool like 40, 50 different courses they have, I got maybe 10, and that is not really enjoyable. I have to play the same 10 courses over and over until their algorithm decides that, hey, you're ready enough now to play on these more advanced courses. Fall Guys, of course, is an extremely casual, fun game. It shouldn't be taken seriously by anybody, but man, is it fun. But that kind of thing, locking people out from content, is really, really bad, and it will turn off people who either are coming back or brand new players off of your game. It just seems like Blizzard is making a big mistake with this Overwatch thing. And I get it, they want to disrupt the disruptors, they want to stop the cheaters, but if you're making it so new players have to play so much of your game before they really get to experience it, then they're not going to have a good impression of what the game is. If I play 10 games of Overwatch and I'm like, oh, well, to unlock this hero that I think looks really cool, I have to play another 45 games, I'm probably not going to do it. There's nothing there for me that's going to drive me to do it. Your Overwatch coins or your season pass unlocks, especially on a free pass, is not going to do it for me, because we all know that companies are stingy with the free pass, and that's their right to be because it's their content that they're making and giving away for free. But at the same time, you're not going to have that incentive to drive people to grind out 100 matches to unlock their full roster. Plus, locking out older players through a paywall from accessing the new characters is going to be something that makes them lose people that they might have gotten otherwise in the transition. But what do you think about Overwatch having players have to grind so much to unlock the full roster? Personally, I think it's a huge mistake on Blizzard's part, and I wish they made better choices. They are making some good choices in regards to cheaters and competitive. I think that's good. But for someone who just wants to play the game, I played competitive Overwatch for one season, and then I decided that was enough. I hop in every once in a while to play it, but overall, I just like to have fun, and a lot of people who play Overwatch do that, and they're not going to want to hop in and have to grind that out, especially as a new player. But sound off in the comments below. Let us know what your opinion on this is. And again, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We do all sorts of content here on 59 Gaming Direct, and we would love to have you here again. I'm LittleBobby, and I want to thank you so much for watching today. I hope to see you soon.